Right, we are live. Well done, everybody. Guess what? Yeah,
The retired old fart is back.
a 400-mile round trip, one whole day of madness. And here he is. So it's all on like Donkey Kong. So we're going to go straight into it right away because there's a lot of interest in this video tonight. Lots of important stuff to talk about, and it's all going to be focused on this. It's not going to be little bits of everything, okay? So we're going to get straight on with this, all right? So we're looking at the moment, cruise ships are currently being used to house migrants all around the shores of the UK. Around 500 plus hotels in the UK are full of migrants. Hotel insiders have seen the words UN labelled on luggage and boxes inside some hotels. Reports of blacked out coaches moving migrants all around the UK. Each migrant roughly is costing over £1,000 a week to house. And a leaked interview from one of the migrants says anyone against what we do will be detained. And also, before we crack on, there's just a real quick announcement. I know some of you guys have been really struggling with firewood. It's a big issue because lots of people jumped on, got wood burners. Now they can't find firewood. Good news is if you're in the south of Wales region, a good friend of mine's just started up business and it's flying. But he's told me to tell you guys that all preppers get preferential treatment and will be fast tracked. There is a link below this video and it just says firewood. You click onto that, get in there quick because there's currently a short waiting list. All right, the longer you leave it, the longer you're going to have to wait for firewood. It's awesome. And like I said, the link for firewood is below this video. It's a Gumtree page. Get on it and you're sorted. That's for you live guys and you people watching on the replay. So those are the headlines. Quickly, what we're going to do now before we go into anything else is we are going to check the markets live. So what we need to do is we need to do a shared screen and just show you exactly what is going on. If I can find it.
What's in?
Oh, how do I do this? Share screen.
Think there.
Oh, right, here we go. Yeah, it's Chrome tabs. Ding, 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 ding. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I've got to click on one. Right, that's right. It's that one there. Share. Right, okay. So currently you're looking at the real-time prices around the world of all of the stocks going on. Now, check it out. We've got a rise in gold, silver. Wow, they're jumping up quite quick. What else have we got? Heating oil, that's gone up. Natural gas has just dropped down a bit. Coal, that's jumped up as well. Brent and crude, wow, they're going up again. Now they've been dropping, hence that's one of the reasons why you've been seeing cheaper prices of diesel and petrol. They're starting to go up now, so it might not be a bad idea to get them jerry cans filled up before they jump. Copper has gone up again, as you can see there. Nickel and zinc, they're used for electric vehicle batteries, so expect them prices to go up. What else have we got? Oats, they've gone up. Coffee's up. Everything's going up, guys. Wow. Corn as well, that's jumped. Feeder cattle, it's roughly the same. Yeah, it's looking crazy, nothing too mad. Rice has gone up again. Wheat's jumped up. That has been predicted. So yeah, that is pretty damn crazy. That is. So those are what's going on real quickly in the markets. So without further ado, we're going to get straight on to what has been coming our way. Now, I did do a couple of Intel videos before this broadcast tonight. So some of you guys might have watched it. If you haven't, I suggest you check those because especially part 2, because that is mainly focused on the migrant situation, okay? Whether you love it or not, whether you don't believe it or you believe it, it's actually happening. It really, really is. Now, looking at this, housing migrants on cruise ships apparently is on the table. That is quote from the Home Secretary. And the costs are set to soar to over £3.5 billion annually. That's too scary. That's too scary. This is to try and cut the hotel costs. So they're looking at alternatives, and we're going to go into brief parts about that as we go through this live stream about alternatives, right? You wouldn't believe what's being considered. It's quite scary. It's quite scary. It really is. So yeah, it's now over £5 million a day. Some people put it at to £6.8 million a day to have these people over here. Also looking at alternative sites. Okay. So my thoughts basically, I've been saying this a long time on live streams. If you're looking at a possible martial law thing, something like that, you know, where can you hold people who aren't doing as they're told? And I've been saying this for years. What about those self-storage facilities?
Mhm.
You know, the big yellow storage places and stuff. When you look at it, it's perfect. Okay. They're usually out of town. There's a big car park area. It's all floodlit. Cameras everywhere inside and out. Every single cubicle is lockable. All right. So it's a perfect place to detain people for whatever reason. All right. So when I said about earlier that one of these migrants was caught off camera, but it was being recorded, but covertly, he wasn't aware that he was being filmed. And he said anyone like not playing ball, as it were, will be detained. So when you start seeing things like that on video from these people, and you start joining up all these dots, it really does make you think, and it should make you think, because what is the one most common thing about all of these migrants? They're all of fighting age.
Fighting age.
All of them are fighting age. So you're looking between 20 and 30 years old, and mostly, I would say 90% plus are male. So isn't that a bit strange? Because if it was genuine migration from war-torn countries, you're going to see women, kids, older guys, younger guys. Doesn't it seem a bit odd? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. So if you're watching on the replay, please put it in the comments. If it's something you feel we need to go more in depth with, there's an email address below this video. Can you please send me an email? Because the more information that I get, the more I can share with what's actually going on. So we're just going to have a quick look at the comments. You got anything to add about all of that sort of stuff while I'm checking this?
I've done a rough estimation for my own benefits, probably 2-3 months ago, and my own estimations were probably again round about the size of 30 fighting battalions.
Whoa, no way.
Now, being a very, very amateur historian, one of my main subjects is the Great War. Battalion strength during the Great War was roughly about 1,000 men.
That's right.
With 800 roundabout will be actually doing the fighting. Now, obviously, over the years, that has dropped and dropped and dropped. So at the moment, I don't know what the size of a British Army battalion accounts for. Some go up as 600, some are coming down to 4, maybe 5 with all the cutbacks and with everything else that's going on. So to get a rough estimation, the size of a British battalion, well, it is quite frightening that they're. Can I just say one other thing which just come into my mind?
Go for it.
Again, being a very amateur military historian, my main subject on the Great War, I've done lots and lots of scenarios, research and stuff. One of the things I had, which was very, very valuable, was a full-scale map of the Western Front, for the main thing. Now, is anybody out there that has the ability to get a map of the United Kingdom and start plotting where all these hotels are?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
It will definitely give you a
military
very good idea,
standpoint.
a tactical standpoint
Strategic.
of where they all are. And then you, for again, people like me who study maps and warfare,
that's interesting.
it's again, it will just be interesting.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So if any of you guys have got the know-how, obviously it's going to be done online, unless you can get a real map and you can mark it out and photograph it. It doesn't really matter, as long as you can share it online. It'd be really interesting to see where these hotels are, which are guaranteed, full of migrants, as it were. Now, before we go any further, neither of us are racist. Okay, this does seem to be really, really strange that all of the sudden, well, I say all of a sudden, but moreover now, the amount of like I say, all of the same age, they all look fit. None of them are obese. Okay, none of them are skinny. They're all fit, young, healthy men. They're all foreign. Okay, that's not being racist. It's just an observation. And in fact, if you look, I'm going to do a share screen and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. All right. So let me just see. There it is. And we're going to share the screen now. So there we are. Immigrant. This is the most popular dictionary definition software tool available to all. A person who migrates to another country, usually for permanent residence. So that there, okay, permanent residence, usually. So what are we hearing a lot on the mainstream? Temporary, maybe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make you really start to think about why would they go through all of that effort to actually do that, or because it's just a temporary thing. That I think people in general need to question everything nowadays. Everything, question everything.
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't feel right, seems a bit weird. Forget what the newspapers and all that stuff are saying.
Yeah.
What do you actually think? What do you feel? Something's not right with all of this. Okay.
The gut feeling again.
Yeah, the gut feeling. Oh, look at this. And we've got, look at that. We've got a donation. That is awesome. Let me see. Oh, it's gone. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, God, I'm going to have to scroll up and find it. So here we go. I can show that on the screen now. So happy Christmas, Funky and family. Thank you for everything you do. Well, awesome. Really appreciate that, sir. That's really seriously cool. Also, yes, I've hit over 80,000 subscribers and there's going to be a giveaway coming real soon. So make sure that you're subscribed and notified, and you're going to get a very good chance of winning really cool prizes. It's the biggest prizes that I've ever given away. All right. So just to say that some of you new guys come in who don't know who I am, etc. I'm not working. I'm not claiming benefits. This is my main job now. Okay. So any donations are seriously welcome. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. But it seriously helps. Okay. Reality check, and buy your dad a scotch or two in the fountain. Now we're going to bill for the fountain. Yay. Thanks for that, sir. That's seriously awesome. So yeah, we're going to catch up.
Young man.
Slave to no man. This is a really good friend of mine, actually. John, you're a star, mate. Seriously. And yes, I am going to try and get over to see you before New Year's. All right. It's just a lot going on.
Sure.
I've had Roach Pete here. I've had their dog there. So my dad's just turned up. We're taking a day out to travel.
I've been working on the roof, fixing tiles and stuff.
Christmas around the corner and all that sort of good stuff. But yes, it's been full on. But John, I will get round to seeing you, mate. Absolutely. So yeah, we're looking at all sorts of comments coming in here. So yeah, it is pretty bonkers, isn't it? So wow, some of you guys are seeing all sorts. Here we go.
The eyes and ears are out there.
Beach Hut Man, there we go. 80,000 will fill Wembley Stadium. Well done. Do you know what? We was only talking about football stadiums earlier, and yeah, it's all weird to see all that. So yeah, we're moving on now. So apparently, the government are offering in and around. It's very, very hard to prove the figures, but this is just a ballpark. I've heard some below and some above. So this is in and around the area, right? The government are currently offering £500,000, yes, £500,000 to hotels to literally buy them out. Okay, so you own a hotel, and also this made me think as well. You remember back in 2020 when the issue happened? What main places got hit? The hotel sector. Okay, so all of those places, it wasn't safe to go there and to mingle, that sort of thing. So lots of these places shut down. And they never reopened again. So some of those buildings, most of them actually, have been left empty. All right.
On the market.
Yeah, on the market. So guess what? You know, our lovely friend, the government, come along and buy them or whatever it is, or buy them off of the people who own them, and they just literally fill these places up with immigrants, which is, I don't believe, has ever happened in this country.
No.
Not especially not at this rate.
No.
Not that you can remember. I mean,
I research social history too.
Yeah, fair play. Oh, we go. Another donation. Rural communities. Seeing what's happened. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. And the reason I say that is because the day before yesterday, I spent the entire day in Hereford. And let me tell you this, from a city boy, 50 odd years living in the city, right? And then living in rural areas for about a year, going to a city again, wow, what a shock. The traffic, the noise is just insane. So I can quite understand, people like myself and in rural areas, I wouldn't want to use the term cut off from it, but what I mean, you're not in it. So it's very, very hard to get that feeling of what you're seeing. So yeah, I fully appreciate that. Totally agree with it. And thanks for that donation too. It really, really helps. What have we got here? This is from Graham. English working class have been treated with the same disdain as the American Indians were. Oh yeah, you know about that, don't you?
Yeah, again, another research project.
Yeah, and you all know what happened to them. History rhymes. Graham, you're absolutely on point there, mate. Totally, totally get it. I mean, I think the American governments and presidents broke every single treaty, and they
That's
were
correct.
just literally run out of town. So yeah, absolutely,
The Plains Indians never broke one treaty.
that's true. And
Never.
I think the president, sorry, broke them all, every single one of them.
Every single one was broken by the.
And there was a weird thing that went around that every president over every 20 years or whatever just got whacked, as it were. Very, very strange coincidence.
Yeah.
It's very, very strange. Some say that they put a curse on them. Who knows? But anyway, we don't want to get sidetracked. So yeah, the government are offering £500,000 to hotel owners to literally move over ownership to these immigrants. Now, also another thing I'm hearing is a lot of people that were working in the hotel industry, that work in a hotel, the owner decided to buy it out, and most, in some cases, all staff were made redundant on the spot, and they were replaced with other people to run these sites. Okay. Now I've actually seen videos and I've seen reports as well. One of them I'm going to share the screen with you in a minute, and it's very, very interesting, based on what a journalist went up there and actually witnessed and what he reported on. And yes, it goes back to my days back in the military when you're doing security, you're doing patrols, SOP, which is standard operating procedures. Lots of these hotels are having those set into place or already in place, and some of them as we speak. And that alone, when you start adding that with all of the other things going on, there's definitely something fishy about this. This is not, I believe, what the government is saying. Oh yeah, they're fleeing from war-torn countries. We're going to look after them and all that temporarily, and then at some point maybe send them back. Why would they all be the same age? Why would they all be fit? Okay, doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, it's interesting to see what you guys feel about this. Like I say, let me know in the chat, and also let me know on if you're watching on a replay. Hi, thanks for watching on a replay. Stick it in the comment section below. And if it is a bit hot or too long-winded, or you wish to remain anonymous, it's absolutely fine. Send me an email. The email address is below this video. So we've got another donation. Thank you very much. That's to Osprey 55. My friend Adrian is probably watching and is a big fan. Wish him a happy birthday. It's today. Cheer him up. Well, Adrian Chan, happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday from the retired old fire.
Yeah, and I hope you have a really cool Christmas as well, because it's literally only a few days away now. So that means you must get 2 lots of presents. Because I always worry about them guys born on Christmas Day. They only get 1 set of presents, but you should be getting 2. And if you're not, send them to me and I'll straighten them out for you. All right. Happy birthday, dude. Yeah, thanks for doing that. That's really cool. We're spreading love again. Absolutely right. Here we go.
No harm in that.
Look at that. Mercenaries. That is one term you can absolutely use, of course. Like I say, this is
interesting wording.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look. Remember the Alamo.
Oh yes.
Yeah. See, the thing is, you saying like remember the Alamo and things like that, then yeah, for sure. But when you
very brave men.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was an historical data point for sure. So when you think about right back a long, long time ago in Greece, Trojan horse. Now, this to me really looks like a classic Trojan horse maneuver.
Okay? Perfect for it.
And then, like me, some of you have read the book The Art of War. If you look into that, that goes into great detail. So basically, you you make yourself look weaker than what you are, and vice versa. Okay, it's a very, very good in-depth analysis. The Art of War. It's a really good book, and I suggest you guys read it if you haven't done so already. So what we're saying is what we're seeing now is this does really look like a Trojan horse. So they're all coming in
Yeah.
under the guise of something. I mean, how else would they get a takeover of the UK without causing too much stuff? If you do it slowly over time and then ramped it up, because it's obviously they've got an agenda date to get all this in place by. Otherwise, they wouldn't have raised the frequency of these inward bound migrants to the rate that they're actually doing. So that alone should make you question what the hell is going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at this Yorkshire Gateway Hotel Leeds. Awesome. That's what I'm saying. This is a great melting pot for information because, like I say, I've had so many emails about this. You would not believe it. That's why I decided to dedicate this live stream just for that, because everyone seems to be talking about it. Moving on, then, another thing, World Cup fans' cabins. Now, who has seen World Cup fans' cabins? So recently, the World Cup tournament's just finished. Some fans that travelled over there, they couldn't really afford hotels because it's very expensive out in Qatar where it was held. So they was paying up to £170 a night to stay in these little modular cubicles. Now, I have heard that the Home Office are actually considering getting the same sort of things over here in the UK to do massive, big camps, as it were. Now, this is quite a worrying thought because my mind wanders in the future a little bit. So if you're looking at great big areas, okay, so you can put all of these places, you know, that's quite a scary thing to have this in mind, right? So like I said earlier on, it's not just cruise ships, okay, it's things like this. If you've not seen it, check it out. I can't believe what they call it. They call them fans villages. So if you go into your search browser in images, if you put fans villages World Cup, right, look at the images, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're almost like porta cabins, in a sense,
Yeah.
aren't they? Like
half-size porta cabins.
yeah, like accommodation pods,
yeah.
and they're all modular. They all like slot together. They've all got toilets and blah blah blah. So yeah, you know, what better way to move a mass amount of people?
Cheaply.
Because it's obvious that they're filling up the hotels. It's insane, the hotels. It really, really is. And moving along to that as well, the government, apparently the goal is to have a minimum of 100,000 migrants in the UK. So who has heard of Napier Barracks in Folkestone? A very, very hot topic for immigration. All sorts of weird and wonderful things have been going on there. Oh, thanks very much, Gregory, for the donation. And also thank you, Sally, for the PayPal donation. If you can't or don't or whatever, PayPal is awesome as well. Okay, there's all the information for donations below this video. If you click on that, that's cool because 100% of that money goes straight to the channel. So yeah, thank you very much, Gregory. That's awesome. So yeah, what do you think about the government's target of 100,000? Personally, I think it's already over that.
Oh, is it ever?
You know what I mean? Because they're saying, you know, there's only 40,000 or 50,000.
Again, my own rough estimates.
So.
My own rough estimates is probably 2, maybe 2.5 million. Also,
wow,
if you want to look at government statistics on any form you wish to get a true assumption of that, double it.
There you go.
And then add your first figure you come up with. And you maybe then get a true reading of what you're researching.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you're believing every single word the mainstream media is saying right now, maybe this channel's not for you. To be honest, it really is. You know, I remember George Carlin saying this. Who remembers the late great American comedian George Carlin? I absolutely love the guy to bits. Always will. And he said they call it the American dream because he got to be asleep to believe it. Now, let that sink in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there is a hell of a lot going on right now.
Word.
It is, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you know, all you need to do is step back and see what's going on. And I would say in recent history, you look at 9/11, to me, that was, I call it a trigger event. Okay, so you have a main event like that, and it triggers certain things, laws and rules and movements of people, wars, whatever it is. Okay, and I believe in 2020 the issue that was another trigger. So that is, I mean, think of what's happened since 2020 till today. So much it will blow your mind, and some of us forget. 2020. That really happened. Don't forget about it. It still actually happened. And yet time goes on, things change, and they take the foot off the gas, and they move that away, and something else comes in. But at the moment, the massive hot topic physically is the migration issue in the UK. Moreover, fighting age young men from overseas. Now, it is worrying. Like I say, we're not racist, far from it. I've got friends from all colours and stuff.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all. Lovely people are people at the end of the day.
Correct.
Like I say, you just cut that open and all that blood comes out. It doesn't matter what colour skin you got. That blood's always red, right? So we're not racist. So please don't go down that road. So yeah, it does make you think. It really does make you think. What else have we got? Empty holiday parks. And there's another thing. Like I say, at the foot of the video, we was mentioning about cruise ships being strongly considered by the government, and dare say there probably is one or two that have already got them on there, which isn't in the mainstream. You've got all of these MOD places as well. Now, how many of you guys live near an MOD site? Moreover, accommodation on there. Okay, most MOD places have accommodation blocks, whether it's married quarters, etc. Some of them are no longer being used. Okay, but let me tell you this: working in the security industry, there's always going to be perimeter checks on those areas. So they're obviously guarded. They don't want people in there. So I wouldn't put it past them to actually stick loads of these immigrant people in these facilities, right? So again, when you think, oh, all they're doing is just showing hotels, blah blah blah, but no, it's not just hotels. I believe that's just like a smokescreen, but there's lots more
Phase
going
one.
on. Well, yeah, I mean, you can literally write a book about where would you put all of these extra people. It seriously is crazy. Someone said it's Putin's fault. No. That's the mainstream narrative. Don't go down that road. Well, let me see. We're just going through the comments. Wow.
Oh, Big Rigby.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy what's going on. There we go. Speaking about stuff like that, someone's just put on there. It lives next to MOD Longtown. So yeah, it really is. It is going on. Okay. So the amount of stuff that's coming through. So like I'm saying, they're using all sorts of different sites that hold and house these people, but the hotels is insane. So what I'm going to do now, this was really interesting. This was shared privately to me, this article, and I read through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that with you now. Now I want you to see, one, if you actually know this hotel, or two, you notice similar things near where you are from what I'm going to show you. Okay, so we're going to head over to the share screen now, and we're going to talk and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So there we go, sharing now. So this is from a recent article in the Hearts Advertiser. Now, trapped in limbo, the refugees hold up in a St. Albans hotel. This isn't that long ago, okay? But obviously things have moved since then. So listen to this. We're standing just outside the reception of the Noak Hotel in a place called Chiswell Green, surrounded by at least half a dozen men. You remember what I was saying earlier when you have patrols around the establishment? Back in the military, you'd have a minimum of 4, and we used to call it a 4-man brick. Okay, so you patrol and you've got all 45 degrees angles and arcs covered, and you can pretty much move and cover a lot of arcs as you're patrolling. So that is actually going on at some of these hotels, and this is a publicly known article. So it's weird because this is what the journalist was saying, and it's by someone called Laura, Bill, and Matt Adams. They are reporting on this, and it can say, I can tell instantly by their body language from what position from what their position is there. There are several hotel security staff who are very much in our faces and looking worried. I put my hands and palms up with a smile. Two men seem to be assured by our presence. Are you from the Home Office? Can you help me? A notice on the door reads, unfortunately, the whole hotel is privately booked, so we cannot have anyone enter the hotel. Having been contacted by members of the public about booked events cancelled without any explanation, we decided to investigate of what is exactly happening at the facility. And you can see a photograph there of the guest that we've just talked about. And you can see that on the screen there, there's an email address and stuff, a website to contact for further information. This was a photograph by Matt Adams, who was reporting. After confirming that the building is being used to house refugees from various different countries, we explained to the gathered crowd that we are from the local newspaper and just wanted to check that conditions at the hotel were okay. I asked a man who identifies himself as Bazat a series of questions via a translation app. Okay, so that could be another thing, translation. So it does make me a little bit dubious, because when you're hearing that they're from multiple countries, I would like to guess that in each hotel, all of the people will be of the same language, because trying to communicate with different languages in one place could be a nightmare logistically. Like we said earlier about when we talked about the map and the locations, strategically, that'd be really good to understand that. So he goes on, he says, he tells me he's from Iran and has been at the hotel for a year. He says he has to be in by 11 p.m. and that the food is not good. Another man tells us he's from Iraq and he is there with his wife and children. So the strange thing is, I can't find any pictures anywhere of women and children in these hotels. So this does sound like a cover story to me. Again, another classic military trait, okay? Always have a cover story. So this leads me to believe that, yeah, these possibly are military, having cover stories at the ready, because that's exactly what we're trained to do. At the same time, as we were talking, the security staff are getting closer and closer to us. And it's a good job that we are not easily intimidated. I asked them what they're worried about, and they said that we're not there for anything bad. They tell us media are not allowed in. I reassure them that we do not want to go in. We are just checking that the situation due to recent speculation on social media. So back in June 2021, the Hearts ad, which is this paper, this rag, reported that the building is being used as a quarantine hotel. So remember we talking again, 2020, when the issue happened, lots of places closed down, lots of people signed their hotels over to the government, which they use for a payment as well, to become a quarantine hotel for travelers returning from countries on the government's red list. If you remember the red list. Yeah. So with everyone arriving in England from one of these nations having to spend a full 10 days in quarantine. Yes, we remember all that. Exactly when this provision ended is unknown.
Never been done.
That is interesting, because I'm pretty sure that they would have announced that to say, you know, when restrictions were relaxed and all that sort of thing, right? No longer is this going to be known as a quarantine hotel. That wasn't publicly noted, which again is a big question mark into all of these little jigsaw puzzle pieces which are being put together right now. So, but the current function of the NOC has been open to speculation for many months. It was the latest rumor which prompted a visit to the site. Posts on social media, conspiracy pages suggested that the hotel was being used as a government training facility for young soldiers taking part in a future conflict. So the age-old thing is, what is the difference between a conspiracy theory and fact? About 6 months. So let that sink in. One member said, I'm down here today to see for myself. I can't stand people who say it's just refugees. Why would they keep them in there for that long? That's true, because it's going to be like a temporary place where they're going to be processed and then moved somewhere else. But to be kept there for so long, and like I say, over 90% of them are male, fit, of fighting age, as being dubbed as now. I've now concluded with a small amount of research that we are in a war that we should not be involved in. just like Iraq, there are NATO troops in our country, just like other European countries, because this year Europe will be hit hard, and I can see martial law coming in. These are trained fighters with weapons beyond our imagination.
Oof,
Yeah,
truth.
that's a scary thing.
Absolutely.
It was a wild theory, completely without bias in fact, but a handful of people were speculating when it considered it was worth clarifying the real situation. I asked hotel staff, is there a plan for the residents to move on? Good question, very good. Key question. It'd be interesting to study their body language when that was put upon them. Okay, that's what I would take. I questioned the men living there, whether they have people coming in to update and support them, such as a housing provider or government worker. God, I'm struggling to read.
They tell us they do not. Staff said it is expected that hotel will remain closed for at least 6 months.
6 months. Okay. So here we go. They seem vulnerable, desperate for answers, and not sure what the future holds. Asked about the ongoing situation at a Note Hotel. What's that? You didn't turn your phone down, did you? You're silly. A Home Office spokesman said the government are committed to ensuring asylum claims are considered without unnecessary delay, which is why recruiting more decision makers and improving our digital technology to simplify caseworking and speed up processing times.
Typical government answer.
That guy's been there over a year. I mean, they're doing really well at speeding up processing claims then.
When you're asked a question, don't give them a correct answer.
Yeah, that's true. But in some cases, they can be more complex and take longer to process, such as applicants have more complex needs regarding safeguarding issues and extremely vulnerable, blah, 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 blah. Okie dokie. So there you have it then. That was one of the articles which I was forwarded on to see. And again, very, very interesting to see what is being discussed out there. It really, really is. So, yeah, there's all sorts of things going on. So we're just going to go through. So you're down in Portsmouth. So have you noticed anything out of the ordinary? Have you seen more sort of
not as
fighting
such,
engaged faces around?
Not as such. Portsmouth is a multicultural city. It's very, very difficult to judge. But the more you think about it, you more do start to see lots of people of what would be considered a fighting age.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to actually accumulate at the moment because there's just
that's the war if you want it, mate.
There's just so many floating around. It's like most countries, most cities within this country, we're being like outclassed everywhere. You hear more foreign languages what you do mostly our own language. Yes, it is a massive multicultural city.
Yeah.
There have been odd flare-ups here and there, but nothing drastic. Just a case of older people like myself, we don't go out at night, but that's been for quite a while anyway. There is an unsafety feeling about when you come across groups of, well, let's just say non-English people and English people as well. You got to be wary of groups of.
You'll be so careful what you say in case people get upset these days. That's what
it is very difficult. But you can all get a rough idea of what I'm actually trying to say without actually saying it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I do know what the country's ending up like, and it is quite difficult. That's another part. But people of my age group, quite frankly, we don't give two whatsits.
Yeah, another thing as well, which I forgot to mention, which come to light earlier. How are these people moving around? It's not like they get flown in or they come on a boat and all of a sudden they click their fingers and they're in a hotel in different parts of the country. Now, check this out. Coaches with blacked out windows from RAF Manston have been filmed going to hotels all over the UK via a coach company called BM Coaches. Now, BM coaches, they're one out of six coach companies which are publicly known to win contracts or tenders from the UK government in the Kent area. So they are absolutely being used to move these people all over the UK. Now, it's very, very strange because when you look at what I read out earlier on the shared screen there from the article, one guy was thinking it's a military training area. So that really does make you think. So what are these soldiers going to do stuck in a hotel pretty much 24/7?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to let them out now and again, you know, covertly, dribs or drabs. They're always going to be in pairs. Okay, that's another military thing. Okay, the amount of times in, say, the Marines, they call it shore leave. So you go to shore and you're always going to be in pairs. And these are exactly the same. Okay, none of them split up on their own. You don't see any of them going out with their wife and kids. They're always minimum of 2 men or more. So again, that just adds more jigsaw pieces to this huge big puzzle. Okay, now personally, from the way I think, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that, you know, this does look like a stealth invasion, if you want to use that term. Okay, it's very, very hard to say without, you know, people just laughing and freaking out and saying you're paranoid, etc. But like I say, I tend to look at what's been going on over the last 2 years, especially, and just step back and just look at all of these things.
Look beyond the news.
Yeah, there is no way that this is all a coincidence. Not a chance is this a coincidence. Now, I'd like to read this out because this was a comment on a YouTube video which went up earlier. Now, we probably think here in the UK that it's just us. But check this out. Immigrants and illegal aliens in the millions who are getting, what is that? Getting first serve of our human resources benefits. We have approx 66,000 homeless on the streets of LA right now. Now, who knew about that? 66,000 people. Yeah. That's an insane amount of people in a city to be on the streets. Okay.
Living in tented communities and corrugated huts.
Yeah, I've seen some of it actually. Well, I didn't realize the number was that high. Currently in the streets of LA right now, and every major city in the US are finding the same as we are in the UK. Americans have to wait months to get benefits, while those who have just arrived get immediate help. They got a family in Dorset, which is down the south in the UK. So it is good to be in touch with your site. This is my first visit to your YouTube channel, and I've subscribed today. Bless you and your family, blah, blah, blah. That's amazing. So yes, we are not alone. This looks like this is happening all over the world. So
Western democracies. Let that sink in.
Thinking. Well, yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
That's why I'm a retired old fart. I get my words mixed up.
There we go. Tent city. That's just what you said, wasn't it? People living in tents and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Another thing as well. I mean, I don't mind being honest. Some of you know that I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. I'm not a fan of that guy either. All right. So if you are, and you've been upset by this, it's fine. Personally, I smell a big rat with that guy, and I don't buy into him at all. And in fact, I've really tried to watch a couple of his videos because some people recommend them, and I last about 10 seconds. I just can't listen to him, mate. He's absolutely controlled opposition, in my opinion. So just saying that because I've seen it come up in the comment. Skid Row, there you go. That's another one I've seen. There's some cool documentaries on YouTube about Skid Row and what's going on out there. It's really, really insane. So there we go. Lord Wilfred Smythe. There you go.
Oh, I say.
Hello, sir.
Jolly good show.
I just came across you today. Great. Well done. Thumbs up. Cool. No problem at all. That's awesome. It really is insane. So, like I say, when you start putting all of these jigsaw puzzles together, these pieces, it really does make you think, what the hell is going on?
People think this is gin.
Gin. Bit slow, Gin. Look at that. This is the first time this has happened. Over 2,000 people are in the chat now. That's insane. Thanks to everyone coming along, and thanks to all of you who are watching on the replay right now. That really, really is cool. Seriously, because like I'm saying, lots of people are giving me this information. Now, What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go live onto my email, because, like I said before, emails are coming in all the time, and I suspect some's coming whilst we've been on air. So it's always nice to see what is going on. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails have come on in the last 40 minutes. So here we go. Someone, you know what you all said about the map.
Yeah.
So this is live intel right now. Go check Little Boats at Little Boats 2020 on Twitter. They had a map of 430 plus hotels taken down twice, but it's getting it back up again next week.
Wow, 200.
No, 430 hotels.
What?
There's a map with 430 hotels confirmed with
brilliant.
full up with these migrants.
Ooh.
And all of the locations. So you need to go into, it's all Little Boats at Little Boats 2020, and that is on Twitter. So whether that can be pulled up anywhere else, it looks like someone has already done that map. Like I say, like my dad, a spot on military historian, like World War One especially, really, really in-depth analysis about strategics of the battlefield, why and where people were, where they were,
where they were when it happened,
where they were and why. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, I can completely understand your thought process into this unfolding
My mind's
situation.
ticking over already.
Yeah,
it's ticking over as I'm going.
And I would, you know what? Just off the top of my head, I would like to say that
400.
Most of these hotels are going to be located very close to population centres. That's what my hunch is. And obviously, you're going to have a few in rural areas for probably HQ or comms, that sort of things. Once again, that's a classic military thing,
Absolutely.
isn't it? So you'd have all of the headquarters and the comms back in the rear, away from all of the action, so they can oversee and command operations.
Yep.
And I wouldn't suspect this to be any different. Okay. So yeah. So thank you to whoever sent that email. That's amazing. So let me see what we got here.
I can see command structures forming all over the country.
So
in my head.
This is different intel. Quickly, they live near Milton Keynes, and it seems there's a big shortage of fuel this week. Quite a few garages have no petrol or diesel. I've noticed the same recently.
Correct.
There's a lot of diesel offline at the moment. So yeah, that's just real quick. So some people do not want me to read their names out on here. So I'm going to take this as read and not going to read out this person. So, wow. There's a name that I didn't think about, but I absolutely get. Now, check this. Sorry, there's emails coming in right now, actually. It's been looking, where is this? He lives on the outskirts of Stoke-on-Trent in the Staffordshire Moorlands, right? And they've been looking into Serco. Serco, a massive, massive company with lots of ties with the MOD, all right, and defence and all the rest of it. I know because I worked for them before a long time ago, in association with them briefly. All right. I'm not going to tell you what I used to do, but yes, I signed the Official Secrets Act and doing a lot of stuff like that, confidential stuff. So I'm not going to go into that, but Serco I do know, and I have worked for before. The associated companies and directors linked to it. If the public were fully aware about the amount of taxpayers' money that has been paid to this company and their previous fraudulent activity related to the contracts awarded, there'd be national outcry. Yeah, have you ever read that term, follow the money?
It always brings results.
Oh, good. Actually, before I forget, I've just seen this. Oh, bless her. Every week she does this. Merry Christmas, stay funky. That's Queen of No Hole, California. Thanks for that donation. You're a star. Awesome. And there's been another as well on PayPal. That's from Martin. Thanks for that donation on PayPal. That's awesome. Really appreciate that. We go down now. Stop. That's it. I don't buy into media. Full stop. Keep waking people up. Pretty much it. Yeah. Mainstream media.
Simple and perfect.
I think like I remember talking to you about years ago about all this. Like, you can use mainstream media, right? But you do need to develop filters, right? So you're going to read the newspaper from front to back, and you use your filters based on what you understand and what you know, and you can see after some training, it takes time, but once you get it, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. You can see the BS instantly. And it's interesting to know when and why they're putting this information out there. And you can see that they're all linked. I think all of the media companies globally is owned by 2 or 3 companies at the top. So together, you have the illusion of choice. But anyway, I digress. So we're looking at this is interesting. Also, whilst I was looking, the UK Border Force Contracts Award to the private CWIND, that's probably Welsh, I guess, Quind company, particularly in connection to the CWIND Typhoon Catamaran. I'm not sure what that is. Definitely warrants further investigation. In my opinion, the value of taxpayers' money, contracted out value of the vessel. Wow, it's interesting. Wow. It's currently, it's worth making the point about the vast amount of taxpayers' money that business and so-called charities with directors and individuals making massive amounts of profit at our expense out of this situation. Oh yeah, there's a lot of noses in the troughs. As we're talking right now.
Always was and always will be.
Yeah, there will. But the beauty of it is, right, now they are always going to be hackers, and always hackers are going to get more and more clever. Now, the thing is, which is going to be their downfall eventually, is every single thing that they do is online and trackable. At some point, there's going to be lots of leaked emails and information regarding all of these people involved with their noses in the trough, and it will come out at some point. When they think they're clever, trust me, there's always a way around things, and they will get ratted out at some point. Okay, so yeah, the government has lost control of the Home Office. Ain't that the truth? Oh my God, MI5 and MI6. I've got a lot to say about that. Here we go. I've heard that the Home Secretary is having major battles within the Home Office to try and sort out the mess. Oh yeah, a figurehead, shall we say? Don't pay too much attention about that. Unelected officials, and this guy's on point here, who have infiltrated the service, are complicit in aiding the immigration crisis too. Regards, blank. I'm not going to say who it is. So yeah, these are emails coming in right now. Really, really crazy. Right, that's something completely unrelated. No, they're just different emails. I'm trying to talk about the immigration things, but there's a lot of other stuff going on, which will be for another video. So yeah, there is a hell of a lot going on right now, all over the UK and indeed around the world. Like I said, do you know what? I haven't got around to it. I really apologize. Can you guys let me know where you're from? Because I forgot to ask earlier. So
I'm not telling you where I'm from.
You haven't got to be exact, right? Just say roughly where you are. It just gives all of us an idea what's going on. Right, now you wait, give it 10 seconds, you watch this. It's going to be like someone pulling up like the toilet roll. It's going to go crazy with the amount of people. So where are you guys from? Here we go. Yeah. Missouri, USA, Leeds, Missouri. Manchester.
I like Missouri.
I'm not going to keep up now. It's going to Chicago, USA. So yeah, we have got some people in the United States.
Chicago Blues. I'm a fan.
Chicago Bears. I was a fan. Look at that. Nebraska. Wow, cool. Yeah. There's a lot of people from the US. That's awesome. New York City. Misspelt, but I'm not going to say anymore.
Like New York. Scotland. I like everything. All the places I've been to.
Someone's from Wales. That's interesting. Cool. London, West Yorkshire, High Peak, Cumbria. Look at this. Australia. Blimey, we got people all over the world right now. This is amazing.
Ontario, Canada.
Yeah. So even you guys watching on the replay now, check down in the comments as well, because it really is interesting to see the demographics of where all of these people are watching from. Okay.
Strange information from Ontario, Canada, and I forgot it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
Landod, Abby, awesome. Was there today?
Land on
You
Heathrow.
was. I was busy doing
I
lots of
was.
videos. I've just
Yeah.
recently made loads of videos today. There's going to be a video or two every single day for the next 3 or 4 days, right? So I've been balls out today. So yeah, Texas, USA. There we go. Texas is Zion. That's going to be the last state to fall in the United States of America. Mark my words on that one. Wow. Look at
Remember
this.
the Alamo?
Someone just said, let me just find it. I've got to put it up there. Oh, God, it's so, look at them all. How am I supposed to read all these? Look at it. You guys are blowing everything
You
up.
got my name on there.
Here we go. Look, it's almost time. 9 o'clock, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
So what we've got to do is we've got a little bit of wet the whistle water in there.
I'll do mine first. You wet your whistle.
You got to show the guys what you're going to be drinking first.
For me,
Yeah. Doom Bar.
one of my all-time favourites.
Yes.
I can highly recommend it. And I'm not paid by them to do so.
I say, you went rather posh there, old boy. Yes.
Well, I just sort of way to infiltrate the hotels.
Yeah.
I'm going to record a Brigadier government event.
I'm staying funky. Wicked. Oh, another thing as well, before I forget to do it, just before we're coming up to happy hour, as it were.
Glass. Give me your glass.
No, I'll do more glass, thank you. This is what I'm going to be having. I'm going to be having a thirsty ferret in a couple of minutes. You got 3 minutes yet. Don't you dare start that. You don't care. That's where I'll get it from. I just don't listen. Fair play.
I never do what I'm told.
Fair play, man. Fair play.
Only one person will tell me what to do.
So I'll tell you one thing. How much are you paying for diesel right now? We was coming back from Portsmouth yesterday. We stopped off Abergavenny and paid £1.63.9 for a litre of diesel. Now I know, the cruise and Brent's gone down. So yeah. What are you guys paying? That'd be interesting to know quickly. Excuse me. What you got there?
Brecon Road.
Don't go showing it on the screen.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 163.39 per litre. There you go.
That's how much back?
And the VAT 12 point. Oh, yeah.
87.
Yeah, the VAT on top of everything else. So there we go. People are paying all over the UK. I've missed this. I've been looking down there. 168, 178, 171, 178, 175.
Torrent popular. I like that.
Red diesel. Wow. Lucky boy. 171, 173. Oh, wait, we must have got that quite cheap then.
It's Friday. What was that?
Oh, that's my mate. Yeah. It's Friday night and I've ditched my chocolate milk for a nice vodka. Cheers.
Ooh.
You told me you didn't drink, you little git.
I'll drink to that.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't drink whiskey, I think it was. Yeah. Fair play.
That's for later. That's
Yeah.
for Bushmills.
Wow. So you guys, wow, you're paying us 167. Wow, it looks like we're probably the cheapest. Wow. That's cool. Oh, look, Costco. I'll keep on saying this. I've never been to Costco. They must have their own petrol station with their own prices.
It's in the Hebrides.
Bonkers in the Hebrides. 150 in Telford. Fucking hell. Wow.
Yeah.
So
You're in Manchester, I think.
that's awesome, guys. So that's awesome. So also another thing, as we're doing this right now, this is one big happy family right now. I'm going to be drinking this, and I'm going to be opening it right now, and I'm going to be using my original, authentic King George pint pot. I don't know if you can see on there, but it's got the stamp. No, you probably can't see it on there. Where it's got the point mark on there with a crown. There it is. You can just about see it. So yeah,
I remember these from my misspent youth, and this young man had got me one, an original, just like this.
Man, I love these things. I remember seeing them as a kid growing up all over the place. Another cool thing, I remember getting that from a craft fair, and it's completely all handmade. God, look at that. I absolutely love that thing. Hand forged. And I'll tell you what, it just fits so good in the hand. And it really opens it up easy. None of all that. Where's the spike and it slides off? That is bish, bash, bosh. Off you jolly well go. So now it's 9 o'clock. Happy beer o'clock, everybody.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
And it's perfect.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't interrupt the perfect pour. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
No.
I used to slap his leg. Now he slaps mine.
I'm not slapping no one tonight. Oh dear. That's what I like to try and do. Get that about there. And just give it.
See? Finally trained by you know who.
All empty. Perfect pint. No spillage. So that's me. That's our happy hour done. Dean Bar. Cheers, Dad.
Cheers all.
All the way to Portsmouth and back in one day. 400 miles and what is it? 8 hours? 9 hours?
Very much appreciated because of them train strikes.
The bloody train strokes. I mentioned it on the other live streams. The train strokes. Yeah. So that was it. You either do or you don't. And we did and we won. Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, that is really good. I do love that stuff.
Yeah.
And I've actually been to the brewery down in Dorset. Badger.
Yes, I remember
They're
the day.
really good. Do you know one thing that you guys, if any of you guys live near the Badger place where they make these, they used to do one. What is it? I think it was called Poacher's.
Yeah, Poacher's Ale.
Is it Poacher's Choice or Poacher's?
I think it's Poacher's Ale.
But I remember the description was
Poacher's.
it had a fruity plumage. That was what they described it. I can't find it anywhere. I got a feeling they probably stopped doing it now.
Yeah.
So if anyone knows if you can get them or whatever it is, I'd love to know how I can get my hands on them because they were gorgeous. I can't really find them anywhere now. Crazy.
Badger's beer, and I worked down in Dorset. Tales I cannot tell you about, so there, don't ask.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Hold on. Oh, I can't do anything to that. So this is NC Turbulence. Cheers. Thanks for that donation, sir. Absolutely. Cheers for sure. So I don't know if I mentioned it or what. Yeah. What are you guys drinking? That'd be interesting to see what everyone's. We're going to get back to it in a minute. We're just having a little break because 1 hour is a long time to be waffling on. Okay, so we have got some more stuff to come in a sec. So don't just leave right now. There's more coming. We got your fruity plumage. I say, Bo. He's my American buddy down in the Isle of Wight. Yeah, he makes some damn fine hot sauce. So let me see what you guys are drinking. Oh wow, we got some teetotal guys with me. Lulu is having tea,
Very
coffee.
nice.
Jack Daniels. Oh my Jack Daniels, man, I used to drink that stuff all the time. Oh, we got a Guinness. This lunatic's drinking Terps. Someone's drinking Earl Grey. Very good.
Yes, I like a nice Earl Grey.
We got hot chocolate. We got coffee. Lager. Oh, look at this. This my mate in America. He's drinking water. Fair shout.
Girls drink lager. In my misspent youth,
Here we go.
we bought girls lager.
Abba Ale. That's my mate Chris.
Abba.
UK prepper man.
Yes.
Yeah. Good boy, our Chris. More water. Desperados. Oh my god, yeah, I remember that stuff. I mean, my old mate Dell, Dirty Room Live drinks that.
I've never heard of that one.
Desperados. Yeah, it's like a lager. I think it's got tequila in it or something. Fanta.
I have some amazing memories of Fanta.
Oh, it's not like it used to be. It's all sugar-free crap now. What have we got here? Yogurt. Someone's drinking yogurt.
That may give me a little tearful moment soon. Fanta.
Oh, mate. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Look at that. He's got the man flu just before Christmas.
I salute you, sir.
Yeah.
Man flu
Wait,
is-
mate, you
wow.
got to get well soon, brother. Seriously. Oh, well. Oh, this is Brian. I don't know if you remember Brian. Lovely guy. Proper pagan fella.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, people, the bath is calling, so you have a great Yule and or Christmas. Enjoy your bath, sir. And don't make too many bubbles like last time.
Us pagans must stick together, don't you know?
Good God. Oh, look. Jameson's. There you go. Nice Jameson's.
I do like Jameson's.
Prepper Granny is awesome. Good to see you on here. I hope you're well.
Ooh, nice.
Drinking tea. She's awesome. Oh, check this out.
With a biscuit to dunk, I hope.
Oh yes, one must have a biscuit to dunk her. Mulled wine. How cool is that?
Ooh, I'm not a fan, I'm afraid.
Andrew G, thank you very much for that donation. That is seriously cool. I appreciate that. Oh, look at this guy. Look, methylated spirits.
Now look,
Oh my god.
we need to talk about this.
Vimto is going to get you in the end.
Vimto.
Remember Vimto?
That's not like it used to be.
No, nothing is. Red Bull, mate, you're nuts. Get off.
Yeah, have a proper drink, some proper ale.
Cider, yeah. Do you know what? I drink that Henny cider. It's only 4.5%, or no, it's 6%.
Wine.
It's a good daily drink, if you know what I mean.
I imagine
really
that
good.
would be a Malbec.
There we go. Nicola, she's somewhat refined. Good to see you on here, Nicola. She's having a nice glass of wine.
Merlot or Malbec.
Now, here we
Am
go.
I right?
This guy here, like this guy is an alcoholic.
I
That
know.
stuff, that will get you to the moon pretty quick. Man, that stuff's insane. That stuff. It always made me throw up. God's sake, that stuff.
Excuse me, you never told me about that.
1664. Yeah, you have more than 2 or 3 pints of that. It's just sick everywhere. I don't know what they put in it. Cola. There you go. If you want
Cola.
if you want to remove the water line in your toilet, cola is amazing for that. Margaret, red wine, cool. Oh, look at this.
Sauvignon.
Bud, rum and coke. Man, he's chasing all the way to Christmas, that guy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Look at this. It's called Burning Barn Rum. I've never heard of that, Luke. I hope it's nice, dude. Coors Light, that's the American stuff. Oh, look at this. Crafty old hen. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that is a good drink, I must admit. Oh, this is the best one. Lefty's Tears. We might drink to that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, you drink to the lefty, I'll drink to the tears.
Mate, you win comment of the evening, that one. Pat, that's awesome, mate. Lefty's Tears. That's too funny. Nice one. That's brilliant.
Some souchon and honey tea.
There you go. Buddy Bach. I love that stuff.
That's all foreign to me.
Do you know, I had a wood delivery today and I gave the guy one of those because I love that. That Buddy Bach's brilliant. It's really, really nice.
Oh,
Have you had one of those? I don't know if you've had one.
Yes,
you
yeah,
did, didn't you?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, because I've got a couple out there.
Belgian drinking chocolate. Oh, that takes me back to.
Oh, here we go. Welsh Warrior. Yeah, if you get the good stuff, that's good. Now look at this. Look,
memories just flooded into my head.
Look, Epstein didn't kill himself. He's drinking meths.
Well, he probably did. After drinking that.
Bonkers. Oh my days, you guys are bloody nuts. Oh my god. This is incredible. Right.
Appleton rum.
Yeah, check this out. Look. Beach Hut, man. Cotswold single malt, Founder's Choice, 60.5%.
My God.
That's for a single malt. That's the stuff we tried up there.
Yeah.
In fact, keep them talking.
Wow.
I'll just
Cotswold single malt. My 60 and a bit percent. That'll take your head off.
Oh yeah. Like the same guy we're talking about right now, he really kindly sent this to the bug out, and I got this. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, there you go. It's really blurry. You got to hold it really close.
Yeah.
But can you look on that? That stuff is mental. It's really good. I mean, you can tell it's good because there's only that much left.
Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a good shout with that cask you done. Seriously, well there, Mr. Beach Hut, man.
Single malt.
Yeah,
that sounds very good. 60%.
Yeah.
Have to lay down after that.
Oh, hi, John H. You missed my earlier question and donation. Oh, God. Sorry about that, dude. So I'm saying if I'm reading something and it's on the shared screen, I can't see any of the chat. It literally goes on to another screen. Oh, I really apologise. That you can whack the question in full caps, and I'll get through that. But thanks for the previous donation and indeed this one. That's really, really kind.
Stranger Ale.
Look at this.
I've read that
Tia
one.
Maria and Coke. Go on. Cornish tea.
I like Cornish tea. You
Yeah.
can get it in TK Maxx where I come from.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fair shout. That's cool.
I won't send you some because I'll drink it all myself.
Fair play for alcohol free. You got to do what you got to do, and absolutely.
Whatever puts a smile on your face, do it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, look at this. Snowballs.
Snowballs?
Oh, Helen. Oh,
Now
you're
look here.
good
From my
God.
misspent youth.
That five's done,
Now.
all right? That's snowballs.
We bought our
I'll
ladies
tell you what.
snowballs.
Who's going to say baby sham? Because that's
No, don't.
That's really Christmas.
No, we don't have any of that.
Linda, God love her, she's on mulled wine. No, that is one classy lady right there. Fair play to you. Oh dear.
I know two Lindas.
Yeah, Dad know this one. Poachers was Eldridge Pope in Dorchester.
Oh yes, Eldridge Pope. Oh yeah,
You remember?
that's right. Yeah,
I thought you'd know that.
yeah. Well, like I said, I worked down Bournemouth way for a while.
Oh,
Semi-strange circumstances, and beers certainly did help.
look at that snake bite. Oh, that guy is lethal. Do you know, I can't remember the last time I had snake bite, you know. To be honest, I've stopped drinking lager years ago now. I don't know if you can have can you put a cider in ale? Be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Or is it only
Yeah,
lager?
don't do that.
It doesn't sound like a good marriage, that one, does it?
A very, very good friend of mine brought me back from Cornwall to Devon.
German Pilsner. Cool.
That was very, very nice.
Oh yeah, remember this? Tanglefoot.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Tanglefoot.
Well, it looks like all the viewers are disappearing because we're not talking about the news anymore. But to be honest, it's only quarter of an hour to go. So it's up to you guys. You can jog on if you want, or you can hang around for a chat and a bit of a crack. I'll tell you what, why don't we go to some Q&A? So any questions you want to ask about anything related to prepping, put it in capital letters and we can see if we can answer some of your questions. No, this stuff I remember. Wild turkey. That stuff's a bad man. That really is.
On a trip to America,
look at this,
for a whole month.
Special brew.
We drank quite a few of that.
Yeah, it is. I've had that before. Wild turkey. I had a bottle of that. Oh, days. Bloody
Lots
hell.
of stories about a certain ale shop in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
We spent Christmas in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, and we stopped off at an ale shop.
Well, why wouldn't you?
And we started to get stuff, and one of our party got themselves a scratch card and won $100.
Cool.
And all that went on
Shant. Nice.
Yes. We loaded our big 4x4s up with
Jameson's and orange juice.
Orange juice? Excuse me, I'm going to have a word with you, young man.
You know why, don't you? Because you can get rat ass pissed and see for miles.
No.
That's why you do that.
Not orange juice.
I know that one, son.
No.
Right, here we go. Check this out. Do you think the UK will have a blackout in January? I don't think it's going to be the whole of the UK at the same time. I think there's going to be probably a couple of hours here and there. Ding, ding, ding. It's all going to be like a controlled thing.
Test run for February.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty much what we've done in 2020 with the issue. When you look at Agenda 21, if you understand what I'm talking about there, the whole thing was a data gathering exercise, in my opinion. And this January thing, which they've been putting out in media for a few months now, I think what's gonna happen is they're going to be doing test cases in certain areas just to see the response, check responses. But I don't think the whole of the UK is going to be in darkness at the same time. I don't think so.
I think there'll be a few test runs until some maybes in February.
Like I say, if you've got any questions, you put them in capital letters. I can see them really easy because there's a lot of people in the chat right now.
Super tenants.
Oh God, I remember that stuff. Bloody hell. Oh dear. Why? Someone's put underneath. Why do homeless people drink Tennants? Well, because it's really strong and it gets you to where you want to go really quickly for less money.
Quickly, so you don't have to worry.
Simple answer. Well, here we go. Someone said, "What is the best sleeping bag?" In my opinion, which I use all the time now, is the British Army Arctic 90 sleeping bag. If you can get a new one or as near as new as possible, that sleeping bag will do you for the rest of your life, and that would be down to -20, -25, maybe -30, depending on where you went as well. It's an excellent sleeping bag. And if you wanted to replicate that sleeping bag with a civilian equivalent for that quality and what's inside it and all the rest of it, you're talking about £300. You can get them for around £50 if you look around. Okay, so yeah, that's what my take on that is. The British Arctic bag, excellent.
Funky time, London girl.
Moonshine, good God, moonshine.
Cornish moonshine, that was it.
Cornish moonshine. What is that song? Is it?
Or Devon moon. Oh, I can't remember.
You can't remember.
Very
You
good
drink
friend
some
of
more of that, you might start remembering.
A very special friend of mine got me some of that, and we drank it.
Yeah, I thought, you know what, I was going to go back onto the migrant immigration thing, but I think we've had a good kick at it for about an hour. So, in like that, it's Christmas real soon. We just have a bit of fun and do some Q&A stuff, and anything jokes or anything funny, whack them out there. You've probably got about 15 minutes left. Oh, look at Lisa.
Well, the go girl.
She's a girl that knows where she's going.
Absolutely.
I like to see any unmilitary male try and boss me about. No man tells me what to do.
Quite right. Well done, girl.
I say, yeah, fair play.
Yeah. There's a girl that knows her own mind.
Doesn't matter, male or female, no one should tell you what to do. Right, and if they do, just smile, laugh, or do something about it. But yeah,
no one tells me what to do.
You're right.
Well, someone could and did.
Yeah. There you go. Here's one for you, Dad. It's from Lee. What's your favourite whiskey?
Ooh.
So, if all the ones that you've had, regardless of price,
well,
if you had to choose one, what one would it be?
Right, if I had to choose one, and Funky would know the reason why, it would be
begins with O.
Old Pulteney.
I knew it.
We had a very, very interesting holiday in Austria.
Yeah.
And the bar was a whiskey bar, and all along the racks were all different whiskies.
There's a lot of choices as well.
So every night I said to the young lady that served us at table, I'm going to start at that end, and I want every night 3 single tots. So that would take me up for near enough a week. So every night they would bring out 3. This is this one, that one, and
21 whiskies. Fair play.
And well, only single tots.
I know.
Well, somewhere.
Top. It's a single or double.
And the best one I found was Old Pulteney, and it has remained one of my top favourite whiskies.
Wow. Did you say you used to like that? Was it Johnny Walker Blue Label or something like that? I can't remember what colour it was.
I used to drink a lot of Johnny Walker, Red Label, Black Label. I did see on somewhere that Blue Label was very, very expensive. And my late wife and I had a little timeshare in Torremolinos.
Thunderbird. Do you remember that bloody wine back in the 80s? Yeah, we remember Thunderbird.
And we were out one day and we saw this shop, and tucked in the corner
nice one, mate.
was a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue Label for 8, whatever it was then in Spanish money. I don't think it was euros.
In Spain, it's the pesetas.
And I looked at it and thought, this is not possible. It can't be that cheap. I went straight in there and bought it.
Right.
Unfortunately, I drank it within a week.
This is interesting. What is your primary concern for 2023? My primary concern, for everyone or just for myself? Maybe it's both, I guess. My primary concern would be inflation. That would be my primary concern, because it's easier to get things with money than it is without money. And doesn't matter how long you've been preparing for, you're never ever going to have everything you need. No one will, and no one ever will. Even if they're the wealthiest person on the planet, they're still not going to have what they need. There's going to be shortfalls in something. Even if you've got all of the kit and equipment, all of the food, you've got a great location, it's secure, you're probably going to be lacking knowledge to survive if something went wrong or whatever. So my concern would be money, inflation, because, and I remember someone saying this years ago about all of the stuff coming down the road, and they're absolutely true because it's actually happening. There is a very distinct possibility that lots of people will be going hungry, but there will be food, but no one will be able to afford it. So my primary concern is cost of living and inflation pretty much married together, because it really is affecting a lot of people. And this game, if you want to call it that we're currently in, there's so many multifaceted attacks going on from everywhere. But money, you know, you try getting by without money. You ask anyone who's been homeless, they'll
Mm,
tell you how difficult it is. And yeah, it's great when you think of you've got loads of things that you can barter, you've got useful items. That's fantastic. It really, really is. But that's for later. We're talking between now and then.
mm,
And you are going to need money, you're going to need an income. And for me, inflation, when you go to Tesco's and you go to get that pint of milk and it costs £3 or £4 or £5 or whatever it's going to be,
mm.
all of the basic necessities like bread, milk, that sort of stuff, when they start getting really expensive, yeah, that concerns me a lot.
Mm.
So yeah, thanks for your question, Queen, and thanks for
My
that donation area as well.
my one on that one is my health.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
I'm 76. My health is reasonably good. I've looked after myself very, very well. So my health is my main problem. Plus the fact, since losing my amazing wife 2.5 years ago, I've had some very, very good friends. One very, very good friend who keeps an eye on me, and I do exactly the same back. Family and friends, mainly family, do keep an eye on me, look after me, and keep me going. Funky's one of them. His brother does exactly the same. So I've got a very good network around me. But to enjoy that network, I need the health that I've got now. I just hope it continues for another year.
Yeah, fair play.
So that's my concern as a personal one.
Yeah, that's health and happiness was an age-old one. This is
Yeah.
interesting. This is from a good friend of mine, Fog. Go way back. Hi, mate. Are you doing a part two of your short movie series? Yes, I'm definitely going to be doing part two. It's just this month's been so crazy with Christmas, and we've had a lot going on with friends and family and stuff like
Well,
that.
it's been madness since I've been here.
Yeah, and like it really is. And tomorrow is another full day. I've got lot of tidying up to do. A camp out that I've done with a cockroach and mind Wiseman. Incidentally, that's going to be going up at 8 o'clock on Christmas Day in the evening. So if you're bored, you don't know what to watch, there's an overnight video with the three wise men, 8 o'clock on YouTube. So that's worth a watch. It's about an hour long, nothing crazy. So yeah, it's finding the time. And unfortunately, these types of films do take a lot of time. It might even take me 3 days driving around over time trying to find locations. So that's 3 days gone where I'm not actually earning any money. Um, Writing storyboards out of where to go, what to say, what to do, graphics, videos, all of that sort of stuff. It basically takes a long time to do, but I am definitely going to be doing it. And I probably miscalculated. I was intending to do one of these particular videos every month. That could be a tall order, but yeah, I will try. But yeah, definitely in January, I think I'm going to be doing part two. So stay tuned to part two of the post-apocalyptic series that I'm going to be doing. It's had a lot of interest. It's had over 20,000 views already, which is awesome. So yeah, what's this? Someone said earth batteries. Have you tried them? I don't know what earth batteries is. No idea what earth battery is. Sorry about that, Stuart. Oh wow, this is crazy. Someone's just jumped straight to the front, and it's the easiest way to get my attention because it just boom. This is from John H. Do you not feel the government and them are trying to screw us that hard until we have no choice but to turn to them, and maybe they try and pull the socialist system, full government? I basically think what they're doing is they're just poking us like crazy, wanting us to rise up and kick off, because what's happening is they're trying to get us to a certain point by a certain time in a certain state. And it would be easier for them if everyone kicked off, because they could just round everyone up, chuck them away or whatever, and they can pursue their thing easier. So yeah, they are really goading us, the powers that be. And yeah, it's they're experts at keeping humanity on a knife edge, and one of their main tools is media, and the other tool is technology. You get them two things together, and they pretty much own all of the top facets of those two things. It's very easy to control a lot of people. So the only way that you can really not be controlled by that is one, don't take part in any media, and two, get rid of all your technology. If you do them two things, theoretically they can't have any control over you then. But unfortunately, with technology, lots of us, like we're doing right now, are sharing information, encouragement, advice, tips online, which is technology. So it's very difficult to do what we're doing now without technology. So it's difficult, but yeah, they are trying to screw us hard. It's a long one, short one. Sorry. I know which to say something. Oh, you reading the comments?
I'm just reading the comments. I think they're fascinating.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, I just wish I had time to go through them all. I used to, but with Christmas, it's just I don't even think I'll be able to read these again. Here we go. Can you recommend an online source for antibiotics? I wish I could because I'm after some myself. Now, I've been saying this for about a year or two now. I don't know anyone personally who has had fish mox, which is fish amoxicillin. I've heard loads of stories and articles and blah, blah, blah saying, oh, yeah, that stuff is the same, it's brilliant. But I don't know anyone personally until I know someone personally who I trust who has said I've had them, no problems, and it works. I just refuse to believe that fish mox work. But that's just me.
Never heard of fish mox.
Yeah, fish moxicillin. It's they put a couple of drops in a tank full of water with fish. They've got a bacterial infection. This will act like antibiotics do to us.
About amoxicillin.
Yeah, some people say that this stuff will work for us and it's the same as amoxicillin, but it's a backdoor way of getting antibiotics. So no, unfortunately, no is the short answer to that. I wish I did. I think a lot of people are going abroad getting them. So whereas
First place to buy.
here we go. The best place to buy good oxygen absorbers had some rubbish. Amazon. Well, rule number one: never use Amazon. Right? I've probably used Amazon about 10 times in my entire life. I always find that going to eBay, you can get exactly the same for cheaper. You'll probably get it easier rather than going through some weird Amazon algorithm computer bullshit factory bloody thing, wherever it is. So I've always got mine from eBay, and I've always do my research first. How many cc's, which is how much oxygen they should be in, the size, the space of the package, that sort of thing. But eBay is a good thing to look at. So yeah, look into what size package that you're going to be sealing, the size it takes up, and then look through. You're going to find guides all over the internet about how many you should put in that size to absorb that much oxygen. So eBay for me all day long. Here we go. What we got here? What is the best alternative power supply? Well, personally, this is something recently is the EcoFlow Delta 2. I've done a video on that, and in fact, there's a link below this video about that. I've been sent 3 alternative power supplies to test and review. And personally, and if I'm being honest, and I am, the EcoFlow Delta 2 is the best by far out of all 3 of them. Okay, it's the only one which has been totally reliable. It takes 80 minutes to charge up from flat, which no others do. And it's the only one that powered my log splitter in a previous video.
It does look very, very good.
Yeah, and it's the only one that got my kettle to work, where the others didn't, even though they're all rated at 2,000 watts. So personally, for my thing is the EcoFlow Delta 2. Like I say, if you don't know what it is, there's a link below the video. Click on that, it'll take you to it. And as it happens, they're on discount now to the end of the year. So that's what I recommend if you want to know. Look at that, it's time to go. It's nearly half past. I think we can probably manage.
Well, I'm enjoying myself.
Last question, here we go. What is the likelihood of electric vehicles being banned in the near future as they start to explode?
Brilliant question.
I love this guy. I really
That's
do.
a
I've
very
never
good
met
question.
him. It's a really good question. Personally, most people know my thoughts about electric vehicles.
Cars.
They're a complete scam, pretty
It's
much. It's a
biggest
complete
con ever.
scam. There's no way that that can be sustainable with mining the energy in.
No.
It's ridiculous. But the guy's saying, at what point are they going to be banned? Because they will be exploding. And
Yeah, now.
do you know what's going to happen? Like I said earlier in a previous question, the two things that the powers that be have got over us is technology and media. Now, I bet you any money when these start to explode, and they will start to
They are
explode,
exploding now.
are they?
Yeah, exploding now.
You're not going to see much of it on the media. And do you know why? Because they're still trying to push this crap to everyone that driving an EV is a good thing. Well, it's really not. Okay? It's really, really not. In every single way you can think of, they're ridiculous.
I
Okay?
just cannot understand how they can recoup all the technology and expertise and everything that's gone into actually making an electric car, develop an electric car, and put it in productions. It's cost them absolutely billions and billions, and they're never ever going to recover that money. So that's a bad business choice in the first place, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute joke. I mean, like I say, it's completely unsustainable
Yeah,
to
I reckon
supply demand of
by
that. Like that.
2030, I think there's going to be a drastic change. They just can't keep this up.
Oh mate, this
So,
the thing is, like, I remember trying to explain to someone about how the world changes. Now, there is one word which I still believe not many people
another
fully
interesting
understand what that word is, and that's exponential. Exponential. Not many people really fully understand what that means. And what we're seeing now is the rate of change which is happening on this planet is exponential. No, you really got to understand what exponential is because that's what's happening, right? Just if you think the changes that are happening now are fast, you ain't seen nothing yet because changes are going to be happening so thick, so fast, all by design. And the design is to confuse as many people as possible. Remember, I'm not going to say the thing, but a lot of you know what I'm talking about. But if I was to say to you, order ab KO, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So basically, create chaos. And with that, there will be order. So the more chaos, the more frequently, the greater, the easier it is to keep people in control. And I believe that's exactly what is happening. And it has been happening for a long time. But now, like I say, it's now exponential. It's gradually going like this. And it's just
very
going to go,
fast.
it's going to go so fast.
Can I say a little thing about electric cars that people
Of course you
just
can, yeah.
do
40
not
fruits there.
understand, and it's happening now? An electric car, a bog standard electric car,
Cheers, dude.
weighs
Appreciate that.
roughly
That's awesome.
twice as much as its component,
Yeah, you said yesterday, yeah.
petrol or diesel. So what they're doing now, and you may see it about, they're virtually checking, apparently, every single bridge in the United Kingdom for electric cars and weight. When they designed all the bridges over freeways, motorways, and everything, they were designed to carry standard petrol and diesel cars. Now, if all those cars are now going, replaced by electric cars, which are twice as heavy, every single bridge.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Every single bridge in this country will have to be reinforced at the cost of
Maddie.
billions.
Sorry, I just recognised who you were. Right, I'm going on a hunt.
Just a little thought. And they spew out more dangerous particles than diesel and electric do because they're braking heavier cars. They need better braking systems, which when they break off small, dangerous particles. Just a thought.
No. Do you know what? As when you started talking there, I was thinking exactly the same thing. When you got all of this extra weight, the wear and tear on the roads, which are already getting potholed like crazy. Because if you really wanted to repair a road and make it long lasting, they would. But most of us probably know it's a money spinner And the term that you're looking for in that regard is called planned obsolescence.
Correct.
That's exactly what I think. So when you consider, like you say, all that extra weight, yeah, that is crazy.
Think of all the bridges across freeways in America.
Oh, yeah, can you imagine it?
You're not talking of billions.
I'm going for it. John H. Oh,
Anyway, that's me. I've had enough. I've got to go to sleep now.
you're gonna go.
Well, you had me on the roof for 4 hours.
This person I've just come in contact with, who I've been getting some information from, has just sent me a super chat, and I'm going up and up and up, and I can't find it anywhere. Look, this 100. Can you see how fast this is going?
Yeah, I can't catch up with that.
No, you can't. It's just I believe in a recent live stream I had like 4,000 messages in the chat. I'm going up and up and up. Gee, look at it all. All I'm looking for is a block of colour, and then I'll slow right down and stop. Then I'll see it.
Nice.
I can't see
It's
Jack.
making me dizzy.
It is. Oh, hold on. Something just went past there. No, that's by Owen Gray. Thanks for that donation. That was at 9 minutes past 9. It must have been before 9 o'clock, I guess. Bloody hell, look at them all. I'm really sorry about this, but I hate it when people are kind enough to donate. I just find it rude, but like I say, I don't do it on purpose. Owen Gray again. I just missed him because I'm looking at something else and you don't always see them. Andrew G. There we go. I found it, darling. There we go. Bless you. Cheers.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And Papa Funky.
I appreciate that.
Maddie, I'm glad I found you, sweetheart. That's awesome. That was at 5:09.
And I like the name Maddie too.
Yeah. Maddie Mads. Yeah, she's got to be mad to watch me. You got to be mad to watch me. Fair play. So, yes. Awesome, you guys. Wicked, wicked. Let's just see if there's any more comments before we bugger
Well,
off.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
There you
I
go.
really have.
It's cool, isn't it?
Hang on.
Beep, beep. He's mucking around with his little nose again. Yeah. Oh, man. Do you know what? Can you imagine? Imagine doing one of these for about 8 hours straight.
I'll have to stop for a little, well, you know.
I'll tell you what, our American friends would, because they're like 5 or 6 hours behind us. So, you know, it's like early afternoon over there. So doing this till about 2 or 3 in the morning.
I just had a
Wow.
thought. Christmas Day here, I should miss Red Zone.
What's Red
Our
Zone?
American fans will know what Red Zone is. I'm a great fan.
Red what?
Red Zone.
Red Zone?
Yes. American football.
Oh, football. Oh, right. Is that what it called? It used to be Channel 4 Gridiron, didn't it?
I'm a Raiders fan.
Raiders. It's
Yeah, absolutely.
Oakland Raiders now, not LA.
No, it's not. It's Las Vegas Raiders now.
You shitting me.
No, it's Las Vegas Raiders.
What are you guys doing in
Oakland.
America? Can you just please keep it LA Raiders? That's it. None of that Oakland stuff. None of that Las Vegas stuff.
They started off as Oakland. They went to LA, where I started following. They went back to Oakland, and they're now in Las Vegas. I am a Raiders fan.
You are through and through, ain't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, look, here we go. This guy here is a massive. That's why he designed his logo with the LA Raiders thing. Can you see that?
Absolutely. That's a Raiders, Raiders inspired badge.
Hey, Bo, you know what I'm saying? We wear the
And
silver,
Bo.
we wear the black. Don't get in our way.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying.
Bo, he must know Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Oh, man, running back, right? Or was he wide receiver? I can't remember.
Running back.
Running back. It was running back. I did have it right. Yeah. For sure. Absolutely. Well, this is awesome. What have we got in here? Honestly, some of the chat you guys are brilliant. You just make me wet myself laughing. Someone just said, is my fire going out? No, it's fine.
God.
No, it's cool. The old house is about 21, 22. And there's enough coals in there. Just chuck a bit of wood on there, open the vents, count to 20, and it'll go, woof. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thanks for the thingy, though. That's cool. I thought they said I'm American and I don't care about sprouts, but it's sport.
Sprouts are nice. I love sprouts.
There you go. There's Bo. Look, born and raised in Oakland.
Oh, well done, young man.
Bo, honestly, Bo's awesome. He really is good.
Well, you got a fan here anyway from Oakland.
Yeah, do you know he's in the Isle of Wight? And while I was down there, I always said I was going to go over and see him, but with family and stuff, we never got around him. I'm gutted, mate. Someone said poke your fire. You poke yourself.
Mm.
Don't worry about it. It'll be
I
fine.
suppose one day we could tell him about our experience, which would have happened
UK Prepper Man.
on the
Hey,
Nimitz
dude.
Freeway,
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, you like this. 1989.
1989,
September, October?
October.
It was October, yeah, because
Yeah.
we left on Halloween. Yeah.
We were in America visiting our friends in Los Angeles, and we had a
Pomona.
Pomona,
Mm.
and we had a trip planned to visit some of my late wife's friends in San Francisco. So we planned a trip and with everything on a specific day. And fortunately, I had this premonition all along about something dangerous. It was extremely scary. So, Funky here, the previous day we've been to Palm Springs. He was knackered out, running around like a lunatic. So on that day, I persuaded everybody to have a rest, have a day at our friend's house, and
just chill out.
Just chill out, so we could all recover.
Mm.
Fortunately, we told our friends in San Francisco we were still traveling, because by the time we decided on that, they'd already left for work. So we would wait and tell them in the evening. So they did not know.
There you go.
That says it there.
It was the big one.
It was the big one, the 89 earthquake. And my wife done all the driving. I just done straight bits. But she done all the driving. She was a very, very ace driver. Driving in America was no problem for her. And I planned all the routes. And I planned us to be on the Nimitz Freeway just as the earthquake hit.
I know.
So we would have been
Brown
on
bread.
the Nimitz Freeway where the cantilevers collapsed onto one another.
Yeah, look.
So we missed.
He was there.
The earthquake.
Yeah, we was lucky.
All because I had a premonition and Funky was worn out.
Yeah, it's that gut instinct, that intuition, isn't it?
Yeah, I've always had a gut instinct, but mostly my wife had an amazing gut instinct, but she missed this one. The hairs on the back of my neck still go up. They're going up absolutely now, thinking about it.
Yeah, I know. That was a close call, because that actually could have happened.
Yeah,
that's scary. Like I say to a lot of you guys, always trust your instincts, no matter what.
The other part was,
yeah, for sure,
my wife's friends thought we were on the Nimitz
Brown
Freeway.
bread. Yeah, for sure.
We could not contact them. They could not contact us because all the phone lines are down. We did manage to get a message to them via other friends in Las Vegas.
Appreciate that.
Who then contacted someone else, who
100%.
contacted them and told them we were safe back home with our friends in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
So we never did get to go to San Francisco. We got as far as San Simeon, and everybody would know what is at San Simeon. It was amazing. Well, that's my story done.
Almost got carjacked after in Oakland, where the freeway fell.
Oh no!
Freaking hell! Really? You serious? Wow! Bloody hell, man! Gee whiz!
Trust your gut instinct
at all times, no matter what. Okay. Also, another donation. Thank you, the Forest Master.
Fast for 6-ton log splitter Funky.
Oh, is that a recommendation for a good one? Is it? Yeah. Because I will be getting a log splitter at some point. Because the one I borrowed, all I know that I think it was a 6 or 7 ton. I don't know what make it was, what model it was. There's nothing written on there. It seemed to work okay. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. It's always good to have a recommendation by someone who actually uses something.
I've retired splitting logs.
Wicked.
I had an open fire once.
Good time. Right, guys, that is it. Right. Yeah. Christmas is just around the corner. Little boy's asleep. She's down the boozer having a couple of pig's ears. She'll be back soon. I've done loads of work doing videos, and you're going to be seeing like 2 went up today, this one up tonight, the YouTube short went up today. There's a 1 or 2 going up tomorrow. There's the big overnighter on Christmas Day night, and also there's a really cool thing going on Boxing Day to save yourself loads of money with Volite. That is coming in the pipeline. What else was there? It was, oh yeah, I think it's is it tomorrow? Yeah, mega giveaway tomorrow. I think 80,000.
You're giving me away.
I, th-
No.
I think he's only had one. Do you know, I was like that after my first fight. I always wanted to say that on camera.
Love it.
But yeah, it's I think the amount of money, I think it's about 400 or 500 quid for stuff for the prize or prizes. All right. So yeah, all brand new, brilliant stuff. Stay tuned for that. All right. I'm gonna have to shoot off now. Thanks to everyone who's donated both on PayPal and on here as well. It really does mean a lot to us. Okay, it's a massive difference, and without that, we are literally dead in the water. Okay, so we're surviving with that, believe it or not, because we're not on any donations. I'm not working. This is my job, and also the PayPal thing that also works on the replay as well. So I do get, people ask me, "Oh, can I donate watching the replay?" Absolutely, of course you can. And I just want to say that rather than keep on saying it all the time. So yeah, really thanks for everyone who's done that. Thanks to everyone who's made this possible and left all of the comments in there. Like I say, people watching on the replay get to see everything that you've put on there. It's been a record tonight. We've had over 2,100 people, I think, in the chat, which is bonkers. I've never seen that before. So well done, everyone who come along for that. And yeah, going back full circle, yes, we really do believe there is a massive issue going on which isn't being reported about this migration stuff.
Very scary.
In hotels and other places. I really do think it ain't looking good for sure. And last but not least, thanks to all of the moderators who have kept this crazy. I was contacted by one moderator tonight, and she said she wouldn't be going because of a title like that. It would just be opened up to massive arguments. So I hope that hasn't been the case, and I hope the moderators have just been smashing it like I do, and all ended well. So without further ado, it's good night from him, and it's good night from me.
Thank you all very, very much. It's so appreciated for your kind support.
Yeah, totally awesome. So you guys have yourself an awesome Christmas, all right? And make sure you go to bed early because Father Christmas won't come if you're mucking around. Night, pups. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, have a cool Christmas, and we'll see you real soon with loads of cool videos. Okay, so Merry Christmas and stay funky. Cool.